Common problem on the 6.0, broken exhaust manifold bolts causes exhaust leak. Broken exhaust manifold bolts. It's this bracket right here. We're going to put it on, and this bolt's going to put pressure on that exhaust manifold and hopefully seal it off with the gasket. We're going to try this part out and see if it does what it says it does. Let's check it out. Whoa. No lie, that wasn't an easy task. They say you're going to have to trim on the heat shield up against the transmission tunnel and the motor. I thought about taking mine off, so heat shield gets in your way. If you can get that out of your way, you have just a little bit more room. But no lie, I'm scratched up, roughed up. You definitely want the exhaust cool, because those manifolds, no fun to work with because you're all up against them. Anyway, I'll show you it installed. We'll crank it up and see if it helped. I only got the driver's side done right now. Passenger side, maybe a little more difficult. We'll try that one next. All right, driver's side of the motor. See if y'all can see that. Zoom in on it some. There's that part. I'm gonna point it to you. Right here's that bracket. And you got one bolt here and you got one bolt down there. I was able to get to that one from up under the truck and had to come up here after I removed that heat shield to put that one in. Here's your tensioning bolt right here. This one's going to put pressure right on that exhaust flange to help seal, because that's where it's broke. Now if you have some studs sticking out, you're going to have to grind that dude down. Have fun with that. But for right now, let's crank it up and see what happens. Let's see if it improves it. And here's the driver's side where we put that part on, that Doorman part. Now that's the passenger side. Alright. So you can see that bolt is broken. And that's what that part on the passenger side is going to fix. And so to get to that, I think the best thing was to remove the inner fender well. There it is, and it's just some pull tabs right around here and one down there, a couple of 10 millimeters and a Torx T15 and a couple push tabs right up here and at the end, and that'll get that fender, that little inner fender out of the way and give you access, help give you better access to that exhaust manifold. Alright, so the bracket's on. I had to remove that plug and get this one out of the way. I also disconnected my oil dipstick tube and had to move it out of the way to get that bolt in there. I'll probably have to bend it back over because that tube was in the way. Maybe not now that it's lined up. But here's that broken stud, and this bolt is going to push on it. So let me get these tightened up. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, just to show you how bad it was leaking. That's the back side of that plug shield. See how it's all sooted up with exhaust? Yeah. There's the finished product on there. And tightened it, snugged it down. And put the plugs back on. Get my dipstick tube remounted. And we'll crank it up. So guys, and to recap on this exhaust manifold clamp for the 6.0 liter or the 5.3, these two clamps fix my exhaust leaks. I've got 160,000 miles on King Kong. I know some people would be like, well, just take it to the dealer, have them pull the heads, fix it right. That cost a lot of money, and don't know how much more life this motor's going to give me. So instead of spending all that money just to have the heads removed and those bolts extracted, those exhaust clamps fixed it. Took about an hour on each one. The driver's side was a little more difficult because there's not a lot of room for you to hold that clamp and put that bolt up in there in the back of that head. If you take the whole heat shield off, it gives you more room. And the exhaust manifold was pretty darn warm. And that was just cranking it up from the driveway and bringing it into the garage. And I let it sit for about an hour, and it was still hot on them forearms, reaching out a lot of miles on your motor, whether it's in a truck, it's in a Hummer. That 6.0 is in a lot of vehicles, and so is the 5.3, Chevrolet, GM vehicles, Hummer. It's all the same. Try that out. Get a little more life out of your vehicle. When this motor goes, buy another motor. Plain and simple. A few dollars, wasn't a whole lot. I think both parts were probably under 50 for both of those clamps. Got them on eBay and Amazon. Other than that, guys, King Kong sounds good. H2 Hummer 03. Till the next video, guys, we'll see you later.